Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to speak about the household humanoid market forecast and scenarios, which represents the ultimate destination of AI technology and is poised to completely transform our living spaces. The core of today's presentation is to mirror the evolution of the EV industry, which is already familiar to us, to provide a cold, objective diagnosis of how the upcoming humanoid ecosystem will form a monopoly structure and how its value chain will be reorganized. I hope this will be a valuable session for understanding the inflection point of this new tech paradigm. Before diving into the full analysis, the core hypothesis we must address is this. The household humanoid robot market will perfectly repeat the explosive growth and monopolistic value chain scenarios that the smartphone and EV ecosystems previously went through. This is not just about adding another household appliance. Let's take a closer look at how a completely new form of massive hardware business is emerging through the value chain comparison on the next page. This page is a table comparing the value chains of the EV industry and the humanoid industry across 4 distinct layers. First, we have Layer 1, brain, which corresponds to the mind. Just like an EV's autonomous driving FSD or dedicated OS, large multimodal models, LMMs for behavioral control, handle this in robots. Second is Layer 2, body, the physical form. This represents the design and assembly of general-purpose robot hardware, much like a finished vehicle platform. Third is Layer 3, parts, the core components. This involves robot-specific batteries and ultra-precision actuators, comparable to battery cells in EVs. Lastly, Layer 4, care, covers robot consumable replacement, regular maintenance, and AI subscription services, similar to vehicle maintenance or consumable replacement. Now, let's break down why extreme monopolies and entry barriers are arising in each of these layers. Let's look at the first layer, AI brain and OS monopoly. It is predicted that only around 3 dominant robot AI platforms will rule the global market in the future. The reason lies in the astronomical cost barrier. Developing a large multimodal model, or LMM, that allows a robot to recognize a home environment in real time and perfectly control physical actions requires astronomical computing infrastructure costs and high-density behavioral data. Ultimately, the vast majority of small and medium-sized robot manufacturers will give up independent development and rely on licensing general-purpose intelligence from global big tech, solidifying a monopoly by a select few platforms. The second layer is the hardware, the oligopolistic manufacturing of body platforms. The critical tipping point for robots to penetrate general households is downsizing the price per unit to at least under 20 million Korean won. The only thing capable of achieving this is a gigafactory-level mass production infrastructure. Therefore, many of the robot startups that have initially popped up everywhere will likely fail to cross this manufacturing and mass production barrier, resulting in bankruptcy or acquisition, M&A, by a few large home appliance and automotive corporations that possess mass production capabilities. Consequently, only 4 to 5 global oligopoly companies will survive worldwide. The third layer is the supply chain barriers for core components that supports the hardware. Because humanoids must keep vision sensors on all day, perform real-time computing, and drive heavy motors, extreme power management, comparable to that of EVs, is essential. Therefore, companies that control lightweight, safe, ultra-high-density, robot-specific batteries will hold powerful bargaining leverage in the market. Furthermore, the ultra-precision micro-actuator and reducer technology responsible for human finger movements and balance control is the pinnacle of engineering with the highest entry barrier. Securing this core supply chain will determine the survival of robot manufacturers. The fourth and final layer is the strong lock-in effect through consumable care, which dictates business sustainability. Selling the robot is not the end. The post-sale management ecosystem becomes the real revenue model. When performing heavy housework daily inside a home, fingertip skins or rubber pads on the soles of feet will inevitably wear down periodically, just like car tires, generating a steady demand for replacements. In addition, regular maintenance, such as injecting specialized oil for micro joints or replacing air filters to dissipate heat from drive units, is mandatory. Since these robots are difficult for users to service themselves, manufacturers will complete a stable subscription ecosystem, locking in consumers with lifetime care services that bundle on-site inspections and consumable deliveries. So, what kind of roadmap will this ecosystem follow? The market will evolve starting from a prototype battleground among early startups, moving into an M&A and mass production phase led by major conglomerates, and then transitioning into a supply chain hierarchization phase centered around brands that secured core components. By the final fourth phase, the market will firmly settle into a subscription-based total care structure. To secure market share, the hardware robot body itself will be distributed nearly at cost. The entire paradigm will shift toward generating continuous high profits through monthly AI brain update fees and recurring subscriptions for regular consumable replacements. To summarize, the future we are facing is an era of owning robots cheaply and subscribing to their brains and consumables for life. Breaking completely free from the limitations of traditional manufacturing, which relies on one-time hardware sales, a massive subscription platform economy that continuously provides artificial intelligence and physical friction control services will be the final destination of the humanoid industry. Within this lifetime subscription ecosystem, the area I am confident will become the largest, most powerful killer consumable and essential item is the sensor-embedded replaceable glove. A robot's hands are the parts that interact most frequently and harshly with humans and environments, doing dishes, cleaning, and carrying objects. Naturally, they are the most vulnerable to wear and contamination. At this juncture, a business that provides regular replacements for dedicated gloves, which go beyond simple protective layers and feature integrated tactile and pressure sensors to precisely control delicate gripping force, will become central. It will be an absolute necessity to maintain safety and precision, serving as a core cash cow revenue model akin to razor blades that drive recurring purchases. Lastly, let's look beyond household limits. While consumer robots follow a mass market, mass production path, the logistics and factory sectors will evolve into a highly customized market structure. Each industrial site requires unique physical specs and operational logic. Think of it like the smartphone ecosystem. While a few giants dominate the consumer market, a separate, vast market exists for special-purpose industrial devices. In these niche B2B markets, strong SMEs, our hidden champions, will thrive by providing bespoke solutions, such as precision-fitted, task-specific industrial sensor gloves. In these niche B2B markets, strong SMEs, our hidden champions, will thrive by providing bespoke solutions, such as precision-fitted, task-specific industrial sensor gloves. The household humanoid industry will be completed not by a simple display of technology, but by the combination of a precisely engineered platform and a consumable ecosystem. I look forward to sharing deep insights and interest regarding this massive value chain shift to occupy the future. Please feel free to send your thoughts and feedback via email. I also encourage you to look into our other posts regarding the sensor-embedded replaceable gloves in YouTube and my LinkedIn. Thank you very much.